And Antoninus Pius ruled for a pretty good amount of time until he died in 161 CE. And now Marcus Aurelius and Lucius then had to take the throne and rule Rome. Now, Marcus was known as the last of the five good emperors. And the previous four were Nerva, who reigned from 96 to 98 CE, Trajan, which ruled from 98 to 117, Hadrian, which ruled from 117 to 138, and then it was obviously Antoninus Pius, who ruled from 138 to 161. Now, Marcus was Caesar. He was the ruler of Rome. And even though Lucius had a lot of power, Marcus still wanted him to have a lot more power than he did have, but he just couldn't have more power. And it was said that Lucius was actually not very good at taking care of responsibilities and basically just carrying his own weight as a ruler. But it seemed like Marcus constantly tried to be the best he could be and lift other people up as well, especially now that he was in this position of power that he didn't really want to be in. So while this man is trying to live the life of a philosopher, in 162 CE he has to deal with these terrible floods from the Tiber River, which caused famine. It was absolutely terrible. So many people died. Now he had to deal with the responsibilities of taking care of the people of Rome after this massive famine. So he offered free public burials to anyone who wanted it, and obviously a lot of people took it. Now, during this time, so many people died that Rome actually was not receiving a good amount of funding, which means a lot of people must have died. Now, this is one weird part, and even though they're technically not brothers, they are adopted brothers and were still with each other for a good amount of time. So Lucius actually married Marcus's sister in 164 CE, which would be a little weird, like your brothers. Not technically, but still. Then in 165 CE, the Roman-Parthian War ended. This war was caused by Roman imperialism and a clash between Roman rulers and Middle Eastern rulers. Frankly, if I got into this video would be an hour long and more like a history lecture. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description to the Roman-Parthian War and everything about that so you guys can go look at it yourselves. And at this time, it was very clear that Rome was just starting to get too big. They were constantly trying to expand, and already the Roman Empire was massive. So many bad things were happening across the empire, even during this time of peace, that the empire was just stretched too thin sometimes.